Welcome to Deep Thought, the seed. And when I say the seed, let me back up a bit. Because I've kind of touched on this in other videos, podcasts on my business channel, this channel, my main channel, just different parts of the theme. And, that theme was how I got started in writing, right? Now, right now I'm in the plans. I'm working on something right now, and I'll make an announcement probably on my main channel because Rom is about to start traveling. All right. So when everything's deals is finalized, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna do the first workshop in years. But anyway, right? I was thinking about that. I was like, I love my life right now. I love my life. It's like it feels good to think, hey, you know what? I could travel. And, I could actually travel. Somebody could suggest something, and all I had to do is just like travel, just go. I don't have to save up money, anything. I could just say, I can go. I can go across country, and it's just like, oh yeah, let me just pay for that and go. Right. And I was thinking about everything, just the power of it. Everything I'm doing now, like my whole reality came from one seed. And that seed was the thought of I wanted to write. Now, I had no idea what I was going to write. Fiction, nonfiction. Well, honestly, fiction mainly. But I didn't know what I was going to write. I didn't know how much money I was going to make. I didn't think about publishing, anything like that. I just went and did it. I just said, I'm going to do it. I'll figure it out as I go along. And it's a powerful thing to think about when you think about it. It's like, wait a minute, you can create a whole reality from that seed. Like I got my hair cut the other day, right? It was at a shop owned by this brother named Anthony. And if y'all in Harford County, he's in the Edgewood, mainly in the Edgewood area. Though he actually has 3 shops, right? His brother has 3 shops, and one of the shops actually has some salon suites in it, where he can rent it out to other people. And I think I mentioned that somewhere, maybe on my business channel or something, right? But I thought about it. I was like, at one point, that man thought, I'm going to be a barber. Now, most of the time when you say you're going to be anything, people don't see the greater potential of it. They really don't. Usually the first person's thing is how you going to make money with it. But the thing is, that's just the seed. When you say anything, I don't care what it is. It could be doing hair. Like that's a great one. I mean, I mentioned a week or so ago, I attended a natural hair expo. Now the woman who sponsored it, I mean, she got products. She's had commercials, but she's doing all of this stuff across the country, even in the Caribbean, like putting on hair shows and even coordinating fashion shows and stuff. All at one point because she said she wanted to do hair. One of the things, any seed can create a whole reality. Because I was thinking about just my reality, just use myself as an example because it's the best one I know. It was just like, I can sit here, record this, and this is an impromptu recording. Right, I'm just saying, I got time before I have to flip my chicken breast. Let me record this. And I was just like, wow, just because over 20 years ago, and I can't remember honestly can't remember the exact moment I decided I wanted to write. I just knew I wanted to write. All because I made that decision. I'm sitting here right now listening to some jazz. listening to some jazz, recording this. We'll go out later, sitting here chill, making a lot of money, helping people, making a difference in people's lives. Think about it. I'm making a peep. I mean, I've kept men out of jail, helped heal some women of some heartache, helped heal some men of some heartache, inspired several men to have their own business. I mean, that's the thing. All because, so many things, all of it don't have to do with writing, but all because I had that one seed, that one thought. I want to write. Now, people listening to this, you might have, in fact, I ain't going to say you might. I know everybody has a dream. Everybody has something. You don't know where you can go with it. You don't know what it might lead to, what it might open up to, because I'm going to tell you the truth. It's humbling. But at the same time, it says that you have power. Every single person has the power to create a reality. I want you to think about every single person, because the power of thought is available to everybody. That's the secret in Think and Grow Rich. Think and grow rich. Everybody has that power. Every single person, even someone with special needs, has that power to think. And just to have that one thought and to follow that thought to something great. That seed that you plant into a ground that can become a mighty oak tree. Or if you look at redwood trees in California, these giant trees, millions of years ago, they started out as seeds. You think about that. Think about like how much. And like one of the things I like to do, I like to read a lot of entrepreneur type magazines, business magazines, and it's amazing how people have a single idea and then it grows into like a big multi-million or even multi-billion-dollar business. And it's just not just for business. I know I'm thinking about business, but think about it philosophically. You can create. Somebody could just have a single thought and create a whole philosophical or even spiritual movement. Think about it. What if somebody had a thought, just a minor thought, I don't know. It could be anything. Like I like using the rock example. Like we should worship a particular type of rock because it represents perfection. Actually, we do with diamonds. So let's use the diamond example. We should worship it. It's a spiritual thing because everything we do for it. And then somebody just had that single thought, and then they spread that thought to another person. All of a sudden, people start adding to it. It was like, well, if you're going to worship this rock, you need to have certain type of food so you can worship the rock in peace. So you don't have to get up and go to the bathroom too much while you worshiping the rock. And then somebody would like say, hey, you need t-shirts and stuff to represent this rock. And somebody say, hey, let's put this rock around on a chain and wear it around your neck. Right? And I know that's an extreme, but I'm just saying a single philosophy. Somebody could just say, and you never know, because that's how new spiritual movements, philosophical movements, social movements get started. Somebody has a single thought and then they spread it out. And then all of a sudden, depending on the society, because on a deeper level, what usually happens is people of, if you gather enough people of a simple philosophy, they want to spread that to other people. Unfortunately, a lot of religions and spiritual systems, philosophical systems are imperialistic, unfortunately. So they want everybody. So they can't just live to themselves. They'll, like, if you get enough people who follow philosophy and they run for office or whatever, or get into the military, they could actually take over a country. That's how deep it is. All because somebody thought about worshiping a rock. And I want y'all to think about that. A single seed. Like everything we have out here, everything man-made started in a thought. In fact, just the whole universe, if you want to think about however you want to worship God or call the creative force, that started with a thought. But if you think about every single thing, our society, how we live, gas, Somewhere, a singular thought started that whole motion. Somewhere, millions of years ago, and then people added their thoughts to it. And took it in different directions. If you have a certain style of architecture, somebody started that thought. A certain style of car, somebody had that thought. And this is powerful. So I want y'all to think about that. It's always something to think about. The seed. So keep rising and transforming. Peace and blessings.